In a twist that no one saw coming, a once respected youth leader and basketball coach has landed in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Linday Whiteside, a 26-year-old former assistant coach and youth minister, now faces serious charges of sexually assaulting a minor under her care. Once a beacon of trust and guidance, she has become the subject of outrage and disbelief in Dodo County, Mississippi. This tale, as tragic as it is baffling, has sparked heated debates about trust, accountability, and the dark side of positions of influence. The accused, Linday Whiteside's background. Linday Whiteside wasn't just your average basketball coach, she was the kind of person parents looked up to. The type who could lead a team huddle with a pep talk and a prayer. Serving as an assistant coach at Dodo Central High School, she was equally involved in the community as a youth ministry leader at Getwell Church in Hernando, Mississippi. Hired in August 2022, her role as a student and outreach coordinator seemed like a perfect match for her vibrant personality and commitment to guiding young people. But as the saying goes, not all that glitters is gold. Beneath her polished exterior, allegations surfaced that turned her reputation upside down. Her immediate termination by the church following the accusations only fueled the speculation. It's hard to imagine that someone trusted to shape young minds could be at the center of such allegations, but life, as we know, has its cruel ironies. The allegations and legal proceedings. The accusations against Whiteside are as serious as they come. According to court documents, she is alleged to have engaged in inappropriate conduct with an underage girl between May and November 2023. While Hollywood might sensationalize such cases with plot twists and dramatic courtroom speeches, real life is far from glamorous. On November 21, 2023, she was arrested for sexual battery of a minor by someone in a position of trust, an offense carrying a potential prison sentence of up to 30 years. Adding fuel to the fire, a grand jury indictment followed just weeks later, on December 13. The timeline of events has moved swiftly, a rarity in the often sluggish world of legal proceedings. This rapid progression highlights the gravity of the accusations and the seriousness with which authorities are treating the case. It's not every day you see the legal system move with such speed. It's almost like the justice system finally remembered it has a turbo button. Protecting the victim's privacy. One of the most critical aspects of this case is safeguarding the victim's privacy. The district attorney's office has wisely opted to keep many details under wraps, which is a far cry from the sensationalist coverage we often see in cases like this. Protecting the victim's identity and well-being is essential as they face the monumental task of coming forward against someone in a trusted position. The DA's office has also urged others with information to come forward. It's an important reminder that while we live in an age of social media oversharing, some things are better left to the professionals. After all, nobody wants to see a Facebook status that reads, "Just testified in court today. Wish me luck." The community's reaction. As news of the allegations spread, the local community was understandably shaken. For many, the betrayal of trust by someone in a position of authority is a gut punch, especially when children are involved. One parent summed up the collective frustration, saying, "Right is right, and wrong is wrong." A simple yet powerful sentiment, and one we can all agree on, unless you're debating pineapple on pizza. The shockwaves extend beyond mere disappointment. For parents, this case has ignited conversations about vigilance, accountability, and the need for stricter oversight in youth programs. Nobody expects their child's basketball coach to make headlines for anything other than an undefeated season, yet here we are. Broader issues of trust and accountability. This case shines a harsh spotlight on the blind trust we place in authority figures. Civil sex abuse attorney John Clune pointed out a chilling reality. Individuals who seek out careers working with children often do so with sinister intentions. It's a sobering thought, but one that underscores the importance of keeping a watchful eye, even on the people we instinctively trust the most. As Clune humorously put it, sometimes The people you're most excited to have in your child's life are the ones you should be most suspicious of. It's a tough pill to swallow, but an important one. Parents, take note. Next time you're cheering from the sidelines, maybe cheer with one eye on the scoreboard and the other on the coach. Trends in reporting and awareness. Contrary to what it may seem, cases like this aren't necessarily on the rise. Instead, they're being reported more frequently, thanks to increased awareness and open conversations about sexual abuse. Families today are more proactive in educating children about boundaries, consent, and the importance of speaking up. And let's face it, role-playing these scenarios might not be fun, but it's a far cry better than pretending to be a dinosaur during yet another bedtime story. This cultural shift has also emboldened victims to come forward. In an era where hashtags can spark revolutions, the stigma surrounding abuse is slowly eroding. It's a sign that while the world may still be a mess, we're at least talking about cleaning it up. The legal timeline and next steps. While the legal process has moved relatively quickly, much remains to be determined. Preliminary hearings and evidence reviews will play a pivotal role in shaping the case's trajectory. Whether it ends in a trial or a plea deal depends largely on the strength of the evidence. Legal experts emphasize the importance of swift action in such cases. Delays not only prolong the agony for victims but also pose a risk to public safety. As Clone aptly noted, when someone is arrested, they're put under bond conditions and supervised. When it takes months, you're just waiting for a piece of evidence that probably won't make much of a difference anyway. Potential for additional victims. One of the most disturbing aspects of this case is the possibility of additional victims. Experts warn that child sexual abuse is rarely a one-time occurrence. Given Whiteside's access to children through both her coaching and ministry roles, the fear that others may have been affected looms large. It's a grim reality, but one that authorities are actively investigating. In the words of a local community member, if there's one thing this case has taught us, it's that even the brightest halos can hide the darkest shadows. Institutional liability and oversight. The institutions involved in this case, Getwell Church and Dodo Central High School, are not off the hook. Their hiring practices and oversight will come under intense scrutiny. Did they miss any red flags? Were there complaints or concerns that went unaddressed? These are questions that demand answers. Accountability isn't just about punishing individuals. It's about ensuring systems are in place to prevent future incidents. Because let's face it, if your background check consists of a handshake and a welcome aboard email, you've got bigger problems than bad PR. Seeking justice through civil lawsuits. For the victim, justice may also come in the form of a civil lawsuit. While criminal cases focus on punishment, civil suits aim to provide financial compensation and hold institutions accountable. However, these lawsuits can be emotionally and financially draining, requiring victims to relive their trauma in a process that often feels invasive. Despite these challenges, civil lawsuits play a crucial role in highlighting institutional failures. If successful, they can lead to meaningful changes and prevent similar cases in the future. It's not just about money, it's about making sure no other child has to endure the same pain. The impact of sexual abuse on victims. The scars of sexual abuse run deep, often affecting victims for the rest of their lives. From mental health struggles to difficulties forming trust-based relationships, the ripple effects are profound. When the perpetrator is a trusted figure, the betrayal adds an extra layer of devastation. For communities, this case serves as a painful reminder of the importance of vigilance and support. Healing takes time, but with the right resources and a united effort, it's possible to rebuild what was broken. That's all for today's video. If you found this story compelling or learned something new, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more future videos. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and we'll see you in the next video.